Welcome, everybody, to Night of the Nerdy Laser podcast. I'm your host, as always, Richard Cheese and Crackers Yule.
Man, you could have went with so many good ones from this movie, and I'm Jeff Lown.
That I went with the best one because I've never heard a military guy say cheese and crackers.
Yeah, I feel like he was National Guard.
All right, so 155. We're veering away from our new movies. We've done Abigail and Arcadian, and we're going back. Not too far back, though. But we're covering, I think, the most controversial director, other than maybe, if you get the Roland Polanski and the Jeepers Creepers guy. But I think, most controversial in the way of, like, movies, right? Like, you either fucking love them or hate them. And if it goes the other way, woof.
I feel it's almost become just strictly hating him. He's like
M Night Shyamalan. M Night Shyamalan is who we're talking about, and he's had a crazy career that we'll get to.
He's like Nickelback. I mean, he was super popular. Then everybody was like, he's trash and garbage, and I don't want anything to do with him. And now Nickelback's popular again, and the trailer for Trap dropped, and everybody's like, "Oh, it looks good. It looks like he knows what he's doing."
Well, he's been on the uptick for a little bit. He's been on the uptick, Yeah. I mean, he had. He didn't write Knock at the Cabin, I don't think. I know it's based on a book, but I don't even think he wrote the screenplay. I think he just directed that movie, but that's a great movie.
Yeah, and I think me and you talked about it before, but he did Old, and we both thought
that's a great movie.
Yeah, it was cool.
And I love the. I don't know if it was a twist, but I love the mystery behind it, and they actually went deep into it. It wasn't just the last shot. Now, Glass, I know, got a lot of hate, and I'm currently watching that. I'm about a half hour in. I kind of know what happens at the end, but so far I dig it pretty all right. I have this theory that Trap was either was or is part of that world, but I think if it was, they changed it because of Bruce Willis.
Yeah. He's totally retired from acting at this point because of
he's in tough shape. Yeah,
yeah.
If you watch his daughter's pictures and stuff, it's not great.
Yeah, I don't want to follow it just because I don't want to see that.
It's sweet. Like, they're taking care of him, and like him and Demi, like they have like family dinners and holidays and all that, but it's not Bruce.
Yeah. And I had family that went through all that dementia stuff, and I just don't want to do it again.
Yeah. So, all right, before we get into all that, I got show and tell. I think you got show and tell.
I do.
We'll get this out on YouTube. It'll be out on YouTube probably at the same time as the podcast, but we'll see. I'm a little behind on YouTube, but we're getting there. So I have the most known sticker to us people.
The old coveted vinegar syndrome.
It is nice, this pack. Like it's just a white box with their label tape.
Everybody, well, Severn throws the white box too, but they don't have their own packing tape. They're known for overpacking boxes with those packing peanuts that just go off.
That are everywhere.
Yeah.
I knew one. Though. So I knew one of these. Oh yeah, I remember now.
That's my favorite thing about you ordering movies. You never know what you get until you open them.
Dude, I ordered these like 2 months ago. It's whenever they do their sales.
Midway sale?
Yeah, is there subscriber sales? So was that this month or June?
It was June. Because I just got mine from them this month too for the subscriber week sales. I don't remember what I got either, so I guess I can't really talk.
Yeah, see? So I'm excited about this one. I've been excited about this one for a while. Steel and Lace. I love these kind of movies. It reminds me of Eve of Destruction.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember that movie?
Yeah.
So it's 91. So I love my 90s stuff. I might have to figure out how to take my DVD
I mean,
player.
it's been a while, but people have always been like, "Oh, the '90s are the worst era of movies, especially
Screw them.
horror." And the more I'm kind of going through back catalogs of stuff and revisiting things, like I don't know if it's because more time's been in between of stuff I've watched, but man, the '90s is some real good stuff. Like I love
I
a
love it.
lot of the '90s films.
Oh my god, I love this packaging.
Let me see.
The other two I got, volume 1 and 2.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're supposed
The
to cover
donut
one of those.
collection. Yeah, we are. We can go to Cyclone, Triangle, the Bermuda Mystery, or Treasure of the Amazon.
What was the one I said? Birds of Prey or
Beaks.
something? Or
It's Beaks, the movie.
okay, yeah, that's what we're doing. That's what I decided.
But look at this packaging, man.
Oh, I
Slides
know.
out. It's got a slip cover.
Do they still have the magnets between them? So if you try to stick 1 and 2 together,
Oh,
like they did
I
with
think
the
they did
Doris?
because I was like, what the hell? Why are they sticking together?
Yeah, see if they stick together.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. I was kind of worried about magnets ruining like electronics or media or stuff, but
That's
I don't
crazy.
think it does.
I mean, why did they do that though? It's kind of dumb.
Just so you have a harder time putting the box in, and it makes you mad. They did it specifically for that.
I mean, it's fine. I don't care, but it's kind of I don't know. So yeah, that's cool. Oh, what is this?
So
I put it back in here.
I got from the Vinegar Syndrome sale. I got Way Bad Stone, which was the Bleeding Skull. I got a Chinese Torture Chamber Story 1 and 2, just because I like pretty much anything Asian. And then I did They Call Me Macho Woman and Blood Cult. So that's what I got.
Cool.
And did you
end those new ones?
Yeah, those were all new. I don't think I grabbed anything that was actually on sale, quote unquote.
I got you.
The other thing I grabbed from the Severin sale, because they just finished up their midway sale.
I didn't grab anything for them.
I got that Opera 5-disc 4K set.
Oh,
just because
Jesus.
Yeah, 5 discs. But I got that, Blackenstein, Invasion of the Blood Farmers, Mardi Gras Massacre, St. Bernard, the Plaga Zombie trilogy, and I got that box set for Danza Macabre Volume 2. So I kind of went a little overboard because I told you
I'm never ordering movies again.
Yeah, people outside honking at my house.
Yeah, what the hell?
I don't know.
Is your sister there or whatever?
No. I gotta pick her up tomorrow.
So yeah, what is Saint Bernard? Is that Cujo?
Basically, it's like a horror dog movie.
Dude, okay, I know what movie we need to add to the list. Write it down right now. So
all right, I got the list right here.
Man's Best Friend.
Oh, with Lance?
Yeah, Lance and Ali Sheedy.
Yeah. All right. So does that fall
and the
under
Camouflage Dog?
So we could technically, because we have the next 3 episodes planned, so we'll talk about it at the end. But I'll write it down.
Write it down just so we do it in the future. I don't care when, but
right.
I always say these things and then we forget.
Well, you had a special plan for September, right?
Yeah, that's fine. We can do that.
Do you want to plug that one in as one of the 3? Because it's sci-fi technically, or
no?
All right, then there's time. We have 2 spots in August too. We could throw it in.
Okay, yeah, we'll do it in August.
All right.
I love when he's like the stack of garbage in the garage and starts barking.
It's been a long time since I've seen it. Oh, I know another one that I want to cover. I'm going to write it down too.
More show and tell.
All right, let's see what you got. Oh, did you get the other 2?
Oh, no. I got 3. So now, from last week, I got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Ultimate Volume Collection 1.
Right.
Well, Amazon has them relatively cheap, like $20 for these. And I mean, they're thick. And so I ordered 2, 3, and 4. Nice. And there's still more, but
more.
But the problem, I hate supporting Amazon, even though they are cheap. But these things were, they just throw them in a box. They just laid some brown paper on top. So they're shifting around, and then one of the corners is real bad bent. Like, I mean, it won't come out. But it's fine. I mean, I'm reading these, so it's fine.
Are you going to take all those with you?
I mean, I probably will. I don't think I'll get to them all, but I'll probably take. I'm heading to the beach tomorrow, as of this recording, and so I'll probably take these.
Yeah.
I've got that House of Leaves to take too, so I'm not going to obviously read all of it. I don't know. I like to, and I got some Lego sets I'm taking, so I'm not going to be bored. If I'm bored, I mean, I will be bored. That's just how I am.
You're supposed to
I'm
go
an
watch
asshole.
Trapped too, right?
No, I'm going to watch Trapped. I might go watch Wolverine and Deadpool, even though I'm not the biggest Deadpool fan.
In general, or Ryan Reynolds Deadpool?
Well, probably in general. I mean, I remember as a teenager the character, but I mean, he's what he used to be, but times 1,000 now, right? Like, yeah. I mean, and it is Ryan. I mean, I've never seen the second Deadpool, so that
okay.
I mean,
you should.
I mean, I probably should. I probably should. You're right.
Yeah.
But there's some other ones I want to see too. What are some other ones that are in the theater? I don't know. I'll have to find a theater down there. If Longlegs is there, I'll try to fit that in.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
I'd like to see, and then we can talk about it. Well,
I'm going to be going to see Trap at some point. So
yeah, we'll cover that for sure.
Making me go to the theater twice in a month? What are you, crazy?
I know.
What's wrong with you?
What? Okay. Why are you doing that? Why?
No.
Sorry.
Sorry. Helping. We didn't do that.
A little bit of happening spoilers from Mark Wahlberg, which I can't wait to talk about. I was trying to find this theater, but
warming. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Shut up, Mark Wahlberg.
I mean, I guess it's on purpose, but it's Twisters. I'm gonna go see Twisters.
Okay. Are you done with your show and tell?
Yeah, I'm done.
All right. So mine, I'm gonna get that in while you think about what you're gonna watch. So I mentioned it a couple episodes back. I had ordered from Big Bad. It took forever because the Texas Chainsaw Massacre figure was on back order or delayed.
To be fair, that thing's been out for 4 years. You have just dilly-dally.
Shut up, Richard. God.
It was the first series of Daredevils or whatever.
What? No, yes, but I didn't want that one. I wanted the new one with the green saw. Saw's Family.
How bad you want it?
Not bad enough to open them. Anyway, I got the other thing I got is the final chapter. Jason, he's up on the wall up there with all my other ones that you can't see.
Oh yeah,
this camera view. But anyway, I finally got the rest of this series that I wanted.
Yeah, the Miner and Dr. Herbert.
I can't tell. I'm not used to. There we go. That looks good.
Yeah.
There we go. So I know for sure that Captain Blake came out with that series. I think it was like series 4, maybe 5.
Yeah, he did.
But those were the 3 I really wanted. I've pretty much gotten all the ones I want from Toonie Tears now. I do want to grab those Universal ones that they're going to do. And I do want to grab Jigsaw when they do that Ultimate one or whatever that's supposed to come out at some point.
I've got the Toonie Terror one.
Well, they're doing another one, and it comes with all the stuff. Yeah. But yeah, those are. I told myself no more toys, no more movies. Did good for a while. Then I was like, comic books. I like those. So started buying a bunch of those, and then it was all downhill from there. All downhill.
All downhill, buddy. So San Diego news, even though this is late, but I showed you the picture. NECA's doing, I mean, it's not Terratoons probably, but they're doing the cartoony stuff.
Yeah.
And they're either just putting them in their own series, like Alf. You know, they did the Alf cartoon.
That's cool.
Yeah. Well, they're doing Home Alone.
Oh yeah, you showed me the.
And they got obviously they have Kevin, and obviously they have Marv and Harry, but they have the shoveler guy.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We've never got a shoveler guy.
No.
Now I need a crazy bird lady and Duncan the toy guy from part 2.
What was I gonna say? The now doesn't matter what I was gonna say. Oh wait, yeah, I know what I was gonna say. Who? It's not. Those aren't NECA Ultimates, are they?
No, they're just like the Toonie Terror things.
Okay. Was it? Because didn't Toonie Terrors also do another line?
They're doing like the movie ones. Like I'm trying to think of who.
They did Hocus Pocus. They did Bob Ross.
Yeah. Bob Ross. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard.
They've done a few.
And I really wish that our store here wasn't so bad. That had, if you're lucky, you see one Toonie Terror and 2 NECA Ultimates. But I know the store.
Target's okay.
Yeah, it seems like that because you're always like, oh, I found this cool thing. And I'm like, screw you, go look for another one.
Oh, the nice thing is right next to the movie theater or in the same shopping center at the beach I'm going to is a Target. So because it's a beach Target, you know, kind of like it's a lot of touristy kind of things. Like I usually find some decent stuff.
You'll have to let me know when you go. That way, if there's something I can't live without.
All of it.
But yeah, Springs has a Target that I stopped by last time I went up there. They had so many figures, and I was surprised. But that was kind of at the time where I was like, I don't want no more toys. Everything changed.
Yeah, I mean, I get in that phase. I mean, but there's some stuff I really want.
Your Casey Jones line is coming out pretty good.
I like it. I still need a couple, but I mean I'm finding them, so that's nice.
Yeah.
It's just that business suit one. I'd have to take it out of package, and I kind of don't want to.
See if you can find another one.
But I don't want it's a it's a 2-pack.
Oh.
So if you want just and he comes with I wish he would have came with like April or something, but he comes with like a foot soldier, a damaged foot soldier, which is fine, but I don't want it.
Hi, I'm here for the job. Okay, and you're dressed up like an evil hockey player? Yes.
That's the best.
Yes. I'll take the job.
I want that tattoo, and Amy won't let me have it. I just think it's funny. Like it's, I don't know.
It is. It's hilarious. Like why would? Well, like how did they just pulled it off? Like it was no big deal in the show.
Like, did you know Toka and Razor are in that cartoon?
Really?
They're in one episode, I think, or maybe more. I can't remember now.
I used to
maybe it's either 1 or like 4. The number 4 is popping out at me, and they talk, and it's weird, and
it is weird.
Yeah,
wasn't Seamus was Rocksteady?
Yeah, one of the two. Yeah,
he was most recent.
He was Rocksteady. Yeah, in the Out of the Shadows Turtles movie.
I saw that one in theaters with Peyton. And,
it's good.
They dropped the pizza on the court. Bombed. Is that the one where they dropped the pizza on the
at the very beginning?
Yeah, I thought it was
that
good.
Was so good, and Tyler Perry is so good as Baxter.
I thought so too. I don't know why it gets so much hate. What was the most recent one they did? It was that one where they just
Mayhem.
They redesigned all the like toys and made a real big push on those. Those were
now they're doing a cartoon that's coming out this month or next month. It's called Tales of the Turtles, I think. And it's that same. It's not computer animation. It's cartoon. It's animated, but yeah, it's that same style.
I need to give it a chance. If it's still on Peacock or whatever,
Paramount.
Okay.
Paramount. The movie's good. I mean, did you ever see Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse?
I saw the first one. I didn't see the second one.
It's that.
Oh, I didn't have a problem with it, and that one was like
No.
critically acclaimed. That Spider-Man, it won like Oscars.
Yeah, I mean it's that animation, so it's like crazy, and I mean the opening of Mutant Mayhem is you'll love it. It's like a Bad Boys Beverly Hills Cop action movie, man.
Oh, nice. And I
It's
mean,
good.
I think I like cartoons just as much as I like anything else. And that could range from anything as like kids cartoons to like adult animation to anime to I mean, that's just the stuff I watch. I don't have to always watch something serious.
Well, and here's the thing. You just have to get over nostalgia, right? Cuz like the people that hate nostalgia or the people that love nostalgia and like hold the 90s turtles in their hearts, like they see the CGI turtles and they're there's a terrible. No, it's not for you, buddy. If you want to watch your 90s turtles, watch your 90s turtles.
That's why
this is for your son.
Yeah.
And then this is for your grandson, old ass. Like, I mean, that's just, and the turtles have done that the best. I mean, they have redefined themselves every 10 years. And it's worked. Yeah. For the most part. They did that show right after the popular Nickelodeon show, which was really good. Rise of the Turtles, I think. And boy, that did not hit. That was not great.
Yeah.
The figures were weird. Everything was weird about it. So anyway, that's where we're at.
Yeah.
Not horror, but if y'all don't like it, you can email us at nightofthenerdylaser@gmail.com and tell us, and we'll stop doing it. But until you tell us, we're not stopping. Won't stop. Will not stop.
Can't stop.
Guess where I just came from?
Oh, Jeff. Man, please tell me you just got back from the dungeon with Jason.
I just got out of the dungeon. That's right. Jason, our buddy that has the dungeon down here in Maryville, Tennessee. You can hit East Broadway, take the roundabout, look for Southland Books, and around the back alley, you will find the dungeon. Inside, Jason will be selling all your favorite physical media items, such as video games, vinyl records, laser discs, VHS, beta, HD DVD, Blu-ray, DVD, 4K, all your favorite stuff from boutique places like Terror Vision. He is getting in some pretty new stuff too, actually. Yeah. I know he got in a couple copies of Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw 3. I know he got in. I meant to take a picture so I could say all the stuff, but he got in some cool 4K stuff that I hadn't seen him have before. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's not just used stuff. He has new stuff too. So hit him up, and if you're looking for old VHS horror tapes, he has some of the best around. Also, if you need some of that Vinegar Syndrome fix that might be sold out, or the slip is sold out, he might have some of that stuff too. So yeah, we love Jason, and they've always supported us, and we appreciate it. And if you don't live in Maryville, don't worry. You can go on Instagram and hit up Southland_Dungeon, also on Facebook, and he posts everything he gets in. If you see something you like, you can message him. He will message you back, and y'all can work it out.
It's all true what Richard just said.
Mostly. Yeah, so we're going to move on to the happening. I guess spoilers for this, because you can't really talk about it without giving spoilers. But
I mean, it's 16 years old at this point.
That, and even when it came out, I think I knew what it was before. Like, I don't think they made it a spoiler. Like,
I think this is one of those movies where everybody watched it, regardless of if you're a horror fan, an M Night fan, a movie fan. It was just one of those big titles and had a big actor in it, and it's just kind of what happened. But so yes, there's going to be spoilers based on some of the discussion we have, I would say.
Do you know what movie M. Night wrote before The Sixth Sense?
No.
Stuart Little.
That's right. I remember we talked about that.
All right, so we got Sixth Sense in '99. Of course, that movie broke. I mean, broke people's heads, broke box office, just really catapulted M Night. Um, I mean, that movie's crazy. Like I saw it in the theater. Did you see it in the theater? Did you know the twist before seeing it?
I saw it not in theaters. I saw it like as soon as it came out on VHS because I
Did you know
remember
the
my
twist?
dad renting it. No, not really.
I went to the theater and I was blown away. I had no idea what was coming. And then the next year, he comes out with Unbreakable. For some reason, I was in my partying phase or whatever, but I did not see a trailer for this. I didn't even know about it. I knew nothing about it. And my buddy saw it, and he's not like a comic book person or anything like that. He's like, "Oh, you need to see this movie." And I was like, "Why?" He's like, "You just need to see it." And then when it starts, it has the paragraph about comics.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh. And that, I think Unbreakable is amazing. I think it's great.
I agree.
I don't consider it a twist. I think it's just good storytelling. And, this was only supposed to be a 15-minute movie, part of the movie. It was only supposed to be really quick, like the origin of this.
Mm-hmm.
But he ended up making it the whole movie. And then we ended up getting a trilogy of the movie. So we probably got the whole movie.
Yeah. I mean, you could go so
and,
much further with that series too, though. And I mean, like, you don't need Bruce Willis. It'd be cool if you had him, but obviously, like we said at the top of the episode, it's not possible. But you could do so much with that, like, universe.
I have a theory. I have to watch Glass first, but I think I have a theory of how they could do it. But you could just create new characters too,
Yeah.
2 years later, we get Signs from M Night, which that Unbreakable kind of didn't do great. It
Right.
kind of went under the radar. Nobody really talked about it. Signs blew up. Like everybody was talking about it. So M. Night took something that happened probably 2 or 3 years prior about the crop fields. There were these mysterious symbols. And I mean, it was on mainstream news like aliens are landing, and turned out just to be people or whatever. I like Signs. You like it?
Yeah, I love Signs. Yeah. I think before I saw Signs, I saw a Scary Movie that was making fun of Signs. But
I need to write home
2 or 3. Yeah.
We're gonna do Scary Movie 3 one day.
We should actually. I have an idea for our Halloween episode.
All the scary movies. Christ.
Nope, not all of them. Nope, because I just did that not too long ago, and we're not doing all of them.
Which ones are bad?
Oh, all of them
all
except
of them.
Yeah, all of them except maybe 3. 2's okay.
3.
Yeah.
Is 4 really bad?
It's pretty bad.
Is 4 War of the Worlds?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
The one with Shaq and Dr. Phil, though, the intro is pretty funny.
Oh yeah, the saw. Yeah. That hat though in Scary Movie 3.
That's the best, absolute best.
Well, you know why 3's good, right? It's the airplane guys.
Yeah.
All right, 2 years after Signs, we get The Village. I love The Village. I'll defend The Village till the end of time. I love the music. I love Adrian Brody. I love Bryce Dallas. It's the best thing she's ever done. I love the atmosphere. Even if you don't consider it a twist, I love the end of that movie. I love the monsters. I love the idea of the monsters. I just think The Village is amazing. I go into movies mostly stupid, and I had no idea what the ending of this was.
Yeah.
Other people say they do, or they did, and that's fine. I still think it's a good movie, even knowing the twist.
I saw that one very late, but I had heard nothing but negative stuff about it. And then when I watched it, I was like, what's wrong with people? Like, why are they upset with this movie? Like, it was a great movie. And I know you're going to bring up Lady in the Water next, I'm assuming, or close to next.
No, it's next. It's 2 years after The Village. And I'll go back and watch Lady in the Water, but I fucking hated it in the theater. I was so mad at this fucking movie. And a lot of it had to do with the side characters, right? Like, and maybe that was my fault. Maybe like the one guy that worked out and his arm was big and all that, and like the movie critic guy, and like, I don't know. Maybe I'll give it another chance, but man, Lady in the Water, like it really hurt him.
Well, he did that, and I mean Village, then that, and then he did did he do that Airbender movie after that?
No, that's after Happening. So it goes Village, Lady in the Water, The Happening. Most people would think in the order of terribleness, right? And but The Happening was kind of his way back, so it went like Village, then it went Lady in the Water, then it went The Happening. The Happening was a big deal because it was rated R, and it was M Night's first rated R movie. So that's cool.
Yeah.
And then he did Last Airbender. Then he did After Earth. Then he did that TV show Wayward Pines. He did the
I just got that on DVD the first season.
Oh yeah, I remember you said that.
Yeah, because I watched it on Hulu and loved it, and then I ended up just getting the DVD recently.
So then, just finishing up his stuff, we got The Visit, which got a good acclaim. We got Split, which was great. We got Glass, which most people don't like. Old, which was mostly received good. Then you got Knock at the Cabin, that was a hit. He's done that TV show on Apple called Servant, which I heard is good.
Yeah, that's the one I've started a couple times.
And then Trap is coming out this year, so that's M Night. He's done a shit ton, man.
He really has, right. And I think Split played a big part in his revival of his career.
100%,
because it was
very
just
well.
Because nobody knew. Spoilers here, so if you don't want to, if you haven't watched it, it is connected to the universe. Somebody's ringing my doorbell.
What the fuck is going on? Is there?
Hold on, I don't know. Let me see who's doing that. Yeah, it's her. We're gonna have to pause. I'm gonna keep recording.
All right. After that brief pause, if you heard or didn't hear it, we'll go into the cast of The Happening. This was what, 2008?
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg's in this movie, and he was in an interview, and he admitted that he regrets working on the movie, but said, "You can't blame me for wanting to try to play a science teacher. At least I wasn't playing a cop or a crook."
That's true. I mean, kudos to him for that.
It's just, I don't know. I guess it's his take on a science teacher that I don't really understand.
Where he's just playing a science teacher who used to be a cop or a crook? Yeah.
Well, every science teacher or history teacher I ever had was just a fucking PE coach or the soccer coach or whatever, right? Like, they were like, I mean, I remember Mr. Johan. He was the soccer coach that did history class.
Yeah. And then, we have Zooey Deschanel in this.
Yeah.
Bones' sister.
Zero chemistry with Mark, by the way.
Absolutely none. But the weird thing is, because up to that point, I was kind of looking, she's played roles in movies, but she's in a lot of stuff, but I don't know. I feel like her big break was more that TV show, right?
New Girl.
Yeah.
Elf.
Yeah, she's an elf, but I mean, I feel like the TV show is that her big break and where everybody kind of knew her from. But yeah, it's just so weird. And like their chemistry, like you said, and this is just so weird. The whole movie's just so weird.
The whole movie's weird. Everybody talks weird. The dialogue's weird.
Situations are weird, even like in it.
But I think that's sort of the charm of the movie.
That's the thing with him. Like he'll try these very weird things. Like in Old, the people are weird in that too. Like so weird. They're like, "Oh my, look at this vacation zone. What a beautiful paradise." And you're like, "Why are they talking like that? What is going on?" But that's his thing. And one thing I'll give him credit for is he's not afraid to try like different unique shots in a movie. Like his style is just very different, and he's not afraid.
I don't think he used that in this movie as much as he has in the past. But and here's what I don't understand: he casts Alan Ruck as the principal. Alan Ruck has like a 2-minute scene. Why would why is he not a main character?
I don't know. Maybe a
Alan Ruck
favor
is
to him or something.
fantastic. I love Alan Ruck, and this movie does not have M Night in it. I looked and I could not find him. It has his voice.
It has his voice as the cameo.
Yeah, because M Night's usually in all his movies.
Right.
And John Leguizamo's in it. He's great in this. He's not in it a whole lot, but he's weird too, though.
He's very weird. Yeah, so the voice that's his only credit. M. Night's in this. He's the voice of Joey, whoever Joey was. But yeah, we.
So basically, this movie is just full of suicides. So if that triggers you, stay away, because it's basically just people killing themselves the whole movie.
Yeah.
Like they act weird, they start talking weird, they start walking backwards, and then they do something that's around them to kill themselves. And you know that it is what it is. That's what the movie is. It's because of the wind. And you know, I really feel like they should have never said that, honestly. Cuz like the fact that they're running from the wind, it's just stupid. I mean, I wish they would have like added some sort of mist, maybe like there was a mist like in the wind going that you could see, because in the end they're just running from wind. And
my favorite is like I watched with closed captions on, so all of a sudden they'd be standing there real quiet. They'd be like, wait, what is that? And then like it would be in parentheses or whatever, it'd be like wind starting whoosh,
rustling. Yeah.
And he's like, oh my god, it's coming. Just start running. And you're like, wait a minute, what are they running from? And then because you're expecting M. Night to do a twist, and you're like, okay, what is in the wind that is getting everybody? And it's just the plants like sending pheromones through the winds. Spoiler.
I think if they had added like I said, like a green tint or something to it, it would have been maybe better.
I think that would have worked all the way up until the end, because our main character.
Well, that's the suspenseful part, right? Like yeah, no spoilers really for that. But that was a great scene, I thought.
Yeah.
And it did add to, I mean, I get why their chemistry wasn't great.
Because of their situation, that something happens in the story, but
yeah. There is intentional humor in this movie that seems unintentional, but I believe that all of it was intentional.
I think so too.
I don't think M. Night's that stupid to know, like the plant thing, like I'm talking to a plant. Like, I think that's meant to be funny, but it's a movie surrounded by seriousness, so it's really hard to break that plane. And I think it's that uncomfortable laughing, you know, and like, I don't know. Some of the deaths are really, I mean, if you want to say they're cool, you know, some of the deaths are really cool. They do go hard R with most of them. The one in the zoo is fantastic.
Yeah. We get a lot of cutaways before like the ultimate like gore or anything shows up in like any of the scenes, except
sometimes
for like
you get some.
Yeah. That's true. But some.
You get the house. You get the house where I mean, really, that's just the paranoia that killed them. But yeah, you get some.
Yeah,
but I agree. Yeah. It's not heavy. I mean, it's not heavy. But.
Right. He makes sure to not just make it like a gore film or snuff film or anything like that. And then it's. I think it must be shot on like digital, because it has a very kind of digitally look to it. And sometimes there's some CGI that's pretty questionable in this, like the Jeep with John Leguizamo and the guy from Clerks.
I don't know. I love that. I love that.
It looks like I mean, it looked to me like watching it, because I even went back and watched it twice. It looked like they did the CGI and they were like, oh, this doesn't look good in a scene, and then they cut it from that scene, added it to this scene, and then CGI'd the CGI. So it was just like over the top CGI'd, like almost like an Asylum movie where they tried to add like lava lantula next to a guy standing and they couldn't quite get the textures right. But it just kind of feels a little off. I mean, it doesn't take me out so much that I can't watch the movie or anything, but it just feels, and like when I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, that looks kind of weird. I don't know about that.
I do appreciate the rip in the Jeep. That was a pretty intense
scene. I like
scene.
that. Yeah. I mean,
but also the problem with the enemy being the air is nothing is actually airtight.
Yeah.
So just being in a car, like, they wanted to make you think, oh, because the Jeep had a tear in it. No, the air from the outside is coming through the vents.
Yeah, and that scene reminded me, and I don't know if this is like a direct nod to it or not, but there's an episode of the X-Files, and you've probably seen it because it's one of the more known ones, I want to say. So it's episode, where is it? The one with the little green bugs. It's called Darkness Falls. So it's episode 20, season 1. There's these little microscopic bugs that are going through and killing, because they were released from a tree, and there's a whole logging thing, and it felt very environmentalist, kind of like this movie. But there's a scene of guys driving in it, and he's closing all the vents rolling up the windows. He's like, oh my God, they're getting me. The bugs are getting me. Oh. And it kind of reminded me exactly of this. Like, I was like, wow, I wonder if he had seen that, or if somebody worked on that, was like, hey, it would be cool. But it reminded me a lot of that. I don't know if you've seen that or not. And they wrapped
the X-Files streaming anywhere?
Hulu.
Oh. I need to get that on my phone. I don't have it on my phone.
You should watch it. I started the series over last month, and I think I got through season 1. I think I'm on the last episode of season 1.
But that show's kind of like Supernatural, where it's like Monster of the Week, but then they're like, by season 4, they're like, fuck, we can't do that anymore. Let's just do this.
There's like a weird
religion shit.
Yeah, there's like a weird episode breakdown. So it's like, it's got the lore episodes that Chris Carter always worked on. Then it had like the Glenn Morgan, James whatever, the 2 writing partners that went off and did Final Destination. They did their episodes. Then they'd have like some comedy episodes that certain people would work on. I think one of the Morgan's brother, or the other guy's brother, did those. There was like 4 or 5 that he did that were like hilarious. Then they'd do the Monster of the Week episodes. And so like there's a lot of different ones. So you never knew what you were going to get, which is kind of strange. And I could see how that could throw some people off, but I think that it balances it just right. Because if it focused too much on like just the lore episodes, it would feel like 24 or something like that in my head, with like sci-fi attached to it, which 24 wasn't awful either, but
I love it.
They're supposedly working on a 24 movie, like a new one, but
I didn't watch all their new crap. Up to like season 4 was fucking great.
Yeah.
Although I'll never forget. So I started watching season 2. I had never seen season 1. And I watched it until the Christmas break, and I loved it. And then I bought the DVD set, and I watched the season 1. Well, hell, the big twist, already, like what's going to happen in season 1. I mean, it's still great, but who's going to die. Right. If you watch season 2. And
that's such a Richard thing to do.
It's really not. I would have just not done that, but I heard such good things about it, and I love Kiefer, and so I mean, this was when I was living on my own, and I didn't have anything to do. In a week, I binged 24 episodes. I would stay up I would just stay up till like 3 a.m. watching 24.
Nothing wrong with that. Used to watch X-Files every single night until like 3 or 4 in the morning. So
Man, my favorite time, honestly, was like when on Saturday and Sunday nights. I mean, I didn't have anything to do. I had this crappy apartment, lived by myself, and I would turn it on like WB or whatever, and they would show like the Twilight Zone, the remake of the Twilight Zone, the 2000s remake, or they would show like they would just show like things like that, and but it was like I don't know, I have fond memories of that because I looked forward to it.
Yeah.
Now I don't look forward to anything. That's not true, but all right. So I mean the happening it's good, right? The look, the dialogue's weird. The delivery is weird. It's very dry. It feels very George Lucas-y.
Yeah.
Like everybody's really weird. It doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem like they're delivering the dialogue right. But
It's like they went with the second or third like choice of like, hey, let's film this scene. And instead of using the best one, they were like, let's use like the second or third one instead. And they're like, okay, kind of weird, but all right.
But I think, like I said, it's the charm of the movie, and I think if you've been avoiding it, even though you know they're going to run from wind, you should still watch it, especially if you like M Night or have ever liked him. It's a good movie, and I mean, and it is. It's generally funny in parts, and I think purposely.
Yeah, I agree. I would watch it. I mean, I feel like I watch it almost every year. So
It's just Mark Wahlberg's just so funny, where he's like, because he just talks like this, like if you
he's so
know in
confused.
another movie if he was like, hey, criminal, stop, he in this one he's just like, hey, no, I didn't mean to do that. Like he softens his voice, and it's just, I think that's what the funny part is. Like he's trying to be a science teacher, whatever that means. To him it means like a soft-spoken, non-threatal, like nerd in a sweater, which is pretty stereotypical, probably. Um, I don't know. I don't know.
No, it's very weird. But you know, the thing that makes me always come back to it is like, you know, I watch it, I kind of laugh, and then I move on. And then like months down the road, I'll see like a clip from it where it's like him saying something stupid or like a dumb scene, and I'm like, God, that movie's so dumb. I'm gonna watch it again.
It's
But
so
like,
good. It's an easy watch. It flows really good.
and it's not
And
long either.
here's what I don't understand: the nursery guy should have been way bigger in this movie.
Oh, the
The
weird
hot dog guy.
man, yeah. Yeah, what?
Well,
Yeah,
that's another
was,
part. So that's another funny part where I think it's intentionally meant to be funny,
guys like hot
but
dogs.
it's just it comes off weird. He's like, "Yeah, you guys like hot dogs? Hot
He's
dogs
like,
get a bad rap."
he's like, they're cool. They have a cool shape. I'm like, what? They have a cool shape. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
It's so
guys?
funny. Yeah.
Oh,
But him and his wife should have been in it more. And shouldn't they have known what the thing was?
how plants they lay out the entire story for us and like how the bad guy is working. They do. And then they're just like, all right, you guys served your purpose. You're in group B. Now get out of here. Go with the army soldier.
You're going to die. Yeah.
But
so
yeah,
obviously, since you watch it every year, you would recommend it.
I would, absolutely. 100%.
Yeah, me too. I'd recommend watching it. It's worth it.
If you like The Room with Tommy Wiseau and weird dialogue and
I've never seen The Room.
Oh,
I've never seen it.
I don't know. I think you would hate it, honestly, but I loved it. I
do want to see that big shark, though.
Tommy
His movie
Wiseau's
Big Shark.
Yeah.
It looks great. The trailer, it's got that big shark going through like downtown.
I'm still waiting for Danzig's Western vampire movie.
I still kick myself. It was at this theater in Knoxville for like a month.
Yeah, I need to go back and watch
but it was
that.
only at midnight, but it was like every night, and I was like, no, it'll be out soon. Fuck, that was, I mean, I feel like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I need to go back and watch his other one, Veronica or whatever it was called. But I also want to go back and watch Fred Durst's movie, The Fanatic, with John Travolta.
Oh, The Fanatic.
That's some wild stuff there, but
I need to
Devon
see that
Sawa.
too. Oh, is he in that?
Yeah, Devon Sawa's in it.
Oh, but John Travolta's the crazy guy, right?
Yeah, he's the fanatic
Of what? What is he a
of
fanatic of?
of Devon Sawa.
But who is? Is he a singer?
No, I think he's an actor in it.
Oh,
I can't remember if he's playing himself or not, but
do you
it's
remember
not
the fan?
with what's
Robert Redford and Wesley Snipes. Is it Wesley Snipes?
I think so. There's a couple fan. No, not the Dan. Come on, phone. De Niro and Wesley
Big
Snipes,
fan.
96.
And then
The
I think
baseball
big
player.
fan was Patton Oswalt.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about with Patton. I hear that's a good movie, but I haven't seen that one either. So
That's called Big Fan.
big fan.
Yeah. He's a huge fan of the New York Giants.
That's right. 2009. It's on Tubi.
I need to see the fan. I remember liking it. Wesley Snipes was the guy, right?
Yeah,
What? He was a sports guy.
a baseball player, I think.
Oh, baseball. Yeah, we should do like a stalker.
There's plenty.
We should have done. We should
The
have
one
done
with Mark
September,
Wahlberg.
Stalker September.
Mark Wahlberg.
The Fear.
Yeah.
Fear is great.
Babysitter we could do. Or is it Babysitter? What's the one I'm thinking of? This is great radio. People love this. That's why they stick around.
Well, I like Hand That Rocks the Cradle.
That's a good one.
I would put Cape Fear in that.
Yeah. Which one am I thinking of? Anyway,
I have no
it doesn't
idea.
matter. I did want to say, so our next episode after this one's going to be Your Next. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I am too, because I didn't like it the first time, but I've heard a lot of people say that, so they say the second watch is a little better.
Yeah. I think that's the movie that Barbara Crampton kind of credits for her revival.
Oh.
The one I'm thinking of is The Crush with Alicia Silverstone.
Oh yeah, that one's good with Carrie Ells.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That'd be a good one to do too.
Yeah, we'll put that together.
Oh yeah.
We could do No November.
Yeah, no.
No, don't follow them. No.
No. See, but we already did Swim Fan though, so we couldn't do that one again.
That's true, but that's a good movie.
It was.
Yeah. Yeah, The Fear and Crush came out similar.
Yeah,
times.
I always kind of lump them together.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it for this episode. Your Next is next, so that'll be exciting. And you can follow us on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, all under Night of the Nerdy Laser. And we appreciate you listening. What can they do, Jeff, if they really want to help us out?
If they want to help us out, they go subscribe on Apple or Spotify, especially subscribe to our YouTube page and enjoy the video of us sitting here in red shirts together. Also go on to any of those places, give us a rating and review, and it helps us and it helps the algorithms and get things turning again.
Yeah, absolutely. And how much does that cost them to do, Jeff?
Free 50.
Free. It's absolutely free, but it's priceless to us. So
it is.
Appreciate y'all, and thank you for listening. We're closer to 200 than we are 100. So we've been doing this for a while, and we do care about it, and we hope y'all do too. Spread the word, help us grow, and until next time, what should they do, Jeff?
They should keep it bloody.
Because somebody has to.
What do you mean?
He kind of sounds like Napoleon Dynamite. God.
Come on, Tina.